This video is specifically directed to the governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo Chalenwambafo, and by extension, the Southeast governors and other governments in Nigeria. You need to understand the impact of your environment with respect to development. And I want to say this, just like Peter Obi had advised Soludo at this point in time.
Governance, you don't finish. People are still in government in America. So you stop where you stop. Other people will continue from there. I don't look back. He's the governor of my state. I'll always, he's my senior brother. He's even more intelligent because he's a professor. I'm a trader. So he knows more. So he will be able to do things better than I'm doing it. You know, I've done my little own as a trader. Now the professor is there. He will do his own as a professor. The schools that didn't roof, he will roof them. That's how government goes. Another person comes, do his own.
Good. What the Anambra State people want from Soludo is above the normal standard. It should come with a professorial kind of touch in government. As a professor and as an exposed personality that have seen the length and breadth of the developed world and how things work, I should not be the one to advise such a man on the importance of planning by government in line with its population and development. Talking about road infrastructure in Anambra State, and indeed in the entire Nigeria, government of different states, including the federal government, have always used road construction as a standard to measure their development and their impact or delivery of good governance. But I tell you, little have they done in doing that in line with proper planning, understanding their environment, their population, and what could be sustainable. That is why every government that comes in will continue heaping huge amount of budget on road infrastructure, yet we continue having dilapidated roads. This video is meant to educate, to inform, and to add value to our system. And that is our responsibility and my own responsibility to my homeland, my state to begin with, Anambra State. And as the voice of the people and the advocate for good governance, GGM, policing government, I'll be going out on the street to express this thing practically so that you will see it for yourself. Right now we are entering rainy season. You can imagine this very spot, I will use it as my point of reference.
Every year I do video for this place, for Modebe Avenue, during rainy season, to show the kind of flooding that we'll always witness here. If you look down there, you see a tricycle, the one they call Keke Napep, already been buried there. And so many trucks and vehicles trapped here, all because of huge flood going through this place. Eventually, the drainage system on both sides have failed to carry the strength of flooding during rainy season along this path. That is why I've always asked that the current government, being a visionary government, should look into this Modebe Avenue. I can tell you, by the time I'll be making this video, after this rain, the next day, you will see the impact of this flood on this road because it has completely broken down.
That is Modebe Avenue in Onitsha. Every rainy season, at one point or the other, I record this particular place, but nothing or very little had been done to address it. That is because of lack of planning. When we hit the street, you will now understand better, Challenge what you need to do with respect to proper planning that will guarantee a sustained or sustainable development.
Okay, viewers, we are out here on the street. This is Onitsha Metropolis, and like I was explaining to you, in an urban city like this, government should be planning ahead. I'm specifically at Modeve Avenue to demonstrate to you what it should be that is not obtainable in this part of the world. Talking about the drainage system, this is the very spot I was showing you that had a whole lot of flooding around here. There are a lot of flooding that occurs here on this avenue anytime there is rainfall, and it is with common sense. You can agree with me that once you have more development, more houses being built, it builds up a whole lot of flood during rainy season. So as more houses are springing up in a metropolis like this, in Onitsha and other parts of Anambra State, there is important or urgent need for government to look into the future to expand the drainage. Because it's not just like the drainage is not there. You have the drainage here, you also have the drainage on the other side of the road. But yet, the capacity of the flood going through this part cannot be contained by the drainage. That's why it is important when government is developing or constructing roads, they should look into the future. Expanding the drainage system is very critical, although we cannot deny the fact that drainage system, when they are blocked, it results to flooding on the street, just like we have here. Let me show you a demonstration of that. If you come here, you can see that this very drainage system, this axis, have been blocked. Okay, this axis have been blocked completely. Come here. If you come to this side, you can come across this side, so that they can see exactly what I'm talking about. If you look at this place here, it channels the water from this axis to the other axis, reducing the pressure on this side. But yet, if you come to this place, you see that this place is completely blocked. Okay, whereby the heavy flooding or the heavy water going through this drainage system, when it gets to this point, it starts flipping out. I'm going to show you the impact it's having on the road and why our roads keeps breaking down. Let me show you. Come. Now look at this place. You can see the impact of that flood. You can see this is the impact of that flood on this road. It's breaking it down with double quick match. Come. Take a look at this place. Can you see this? You can see the impact. This is just about a few raindrops that had happened. We've not yet entered into the full rainy season. You can see the impact. This is not the first time I'm talking about this thing here. Okay, let me show you the one that has been here for a very long time. This one had stayed here for over, in fact, all through Obiano tenure. Look at it. You can see this one has already broken down completely and eating straight into the major road. Look at it. You can see that. So what we're talking about is that whenever you don't plan on when you are doing your construction, your road construction or whatever, expansion of the drainage system is very critical, and the opening up of the drainage is very crucial. So that is one of the things I'm trying to bring to you, so that you see the causes, the main causes of our road breaking down. And every time government is budgeting a whole lot of money in reconstruction of this road, and that is exactly why our roads are breaking down. So it's a collective responsibility, both on the part of the government and also on the part of the people. One, it begins with how you manage your waste. Don't empty it on the drainage system, and let there be punishment for those who flout it, especially in front of your residential houses or where you're doing business. People should get punished for breaking down these simple laws that is really making a whole mess of our environment. And that is exactly why I am here. If you go down this street in Modebe, that is exactly what you see. All you see is breakdown of roads. All you see is government making a lot of effort to rehabilitate, to reconstruct these roads, emptying the purse of the taxpayers' money into construction of roads that will eventually break down again because of this. Just like the one that was shown to me at Niger Street. Let me show you one of the things I want. Let me show you something. Come this side. Come over to this side. Now here you will see a whole lot of things. It's just a big mess up. One, you will see the shabby work and the impact it is having on breakdown of road. When you have a very shallow work in the name of constructing road, this is what you get. This is what I call biscuit road. Biscuit. Let me tell you. Let me show you this thing. You see this portion of the road have been eaten out by flood. Common flood took away or washed out this very portion of the road. Let me show you this portion of the road. Look at this right here. Look at it right here. This is the portion of this road that have been carried out by flood. You can imagine. So now you now have a glimpse at what we're talking about when you have shallow and shabby work in the name of construction of roads. This is not what we want. So we hope that while constructing these roads, you can see this is just sand field. This is just a sand field, not a concrete or stone-based road. So it will be easy for the road to be washed out by rainfall. So that's exactly what you get here, and that is what we expect, that the current government in Anambra State will change that narrative completely. At some point we're seeing that happen, but at some point we're not seeing that happen. So we're bringing it to him so that he will see this and take preemptive action, serious action, to put this thing in order. I will bring it back again to the people, because we are policing the government and we want the government of Shalima Mbafo to succeed. That is why we are doing this. It's our commitment on GGM to make sure that we have good governance. Our people deserve nothing but good governance, and it starts with us taking responsibility. Even as citizens, we also have our responsibility to make sure you don't build on drainage system, you don't block drainage or the flow of the drainage system, and properly manage your waste. So that is what I am bringing to you, and I hope you help me share this video and let it go round. Before I conclude, let me show Shalema Mbafo a kind of system, although you may not be able to get exactly this kind of solid work in terms of drainage construction. This is this very drainage system, this very one. If you look right inside it, you see the concrete work is solid. This drainage, come to this side. I want you to show him this side. If you look at it, the thickness is so strong and the strength cannot be questioned. This thing have lasted for more than 40 years. Those of you who understands or who live around Modebe Avenue can attest to the fact that this drainage system, this particular one, have stayed more than 40 years on a minimum. Okay, so if you have something solid as this, it will be difficult to have a breakdown of the road. That is what we are bringing to you, and we hope that the government takes this into consideration as we continue bringing you more of these updates. Keep sharing it and don't relent in being part of this commitment in making our homeland a better place. Before I came down here, Modebe Avenue, all through, were heavy flood in Naga there during rainy season. I had to go in the previous administration and won't be much ML about it. Then look now, thank God, coming down here, and your government I follow Soludo now, and all at your desk. Take care your team. Maybe you go there to assess the drainage system, but then we pockets of blockage na the drainage.
Nebulu all the flood bute on the surface of the road, washing off the road and making a in fact we get on a collapse completely like in Bize na that more the avenue towards Ekene Junction. So instead now time for okay can we look no at least to bring it to your desk as the voice of the people nearby that all the from St. John but up to Iru here I got the Sacred Heart by that junction Omunna junction the Omunna junction not even exactly exactly you get the phone of the place collapse.
Okay, now let me react to